Fishing fever. That's funny. No, I'm not over it. I have fishing fever in my blood. That's my buddy Kevin, in case anybody's looking for him. Right? Right, Losty? That's my buddy Kevin, if anybody's looking for him. Salmon says it's 17 days. Right, Dennis? It's been 3 weekends now I haven't fished. I'm twitching. Good morning, Slicky. Meow. I'm fine, kitty cat. Thank you. Buds and boats, Maddie. There's my buddy Tad. Speaking of boats and buds, I sure did, Greenie. I read 6 books. What'd you do? Yes, lad, we've got a fish story this morning. Perfect. QT time. How's that for some guitar work? Yeah, I bet you it would be great to have you here too, Kim. Kevin would love that. He talks about you. Yep, the bass is bad. That's Pops is dancing. Hope you guys are enjoying your early morning. Is anybody sipping on their tea right now? Wait for it. Uh-oh. Here we go. Good morning, Slinger. Good job, Arpole. Jakey's got himself a cup. okay, Kimby? You'll do wonderful. My tea of choice is Lipton Black, just basic old black Lipton. Oh, no, no, no. Eric, it's Detroit Diesel. What Sandy says is correct. Miss Rose and I are sitting down to finalize it Wednesday. I hope to be able to make a wonderful announcement Thursday morning. People, don't ignore your children, spiritual or otherwise. Gorgeous morning. Gosh, I'm in love with everybody. I said it out loud. I love you. I'm going to put it into action today. Actually, I already have. I've been putting it into action for about the last hour. I love you. Here we go. You guys recognize this music? Thank you, Shasta. Do you guys recognize? Thank you, Vegas girl. Do you guys recognize this music? As the spore squirts, so do the mushrooms of our lives. Something like that. Good morning, True Heart. As the shroom turns, that's it, Hags. So, give me a second. One second, sorry. Mm-mm. Stop. Stop. Okay, I apologize for that delay. I was trying to get another camera going, and it took me a couple of seconds there. Sorry about that, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Do you guys remember we're going to have Carrie on here this morning? About 9:30, I'm going to give Carrie on a call. Carrie on's going to jump on here on the co-host for today. By the way, if you co-host with me here, we're going to do it again this week. Carrie on was one of our few volunteers on Friday. Some of you guys were saying you were shy. You know what we're going to do to ramp it up just a little bit? You know, don't they kind of do that deal where if you're a co-host on something, they give you a little extra prize? They send you something, or you go home with something extra out of the green room, right? Well, there's something in the green room for Carry On since he's co-hosting. So we'll be sending him a little co-host gift. Get it? So if you co-host, that's going to be a swag bag, Haig's calling it. You get a swag bag. You want to get a little something, then don't hesitate to stop being shy. Okay? Bubblegum hides in fire pits. You are not shy at all, bro. You're the sweetest man. We're talking to Kelly. A quick website update. Continue to reach out to me at this. Continue to reach out at me at this. That's my it's an email address I set up to try to take care of a little business until the website's up. Did some work on it this weekend. I feel good. Got some finalizing to do, and I'm and asked for. Most of you know, if you don't know her, you know of her, Miss Rose. Miss Rose isn't available to come over until Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening, we should polish things. Hopefully, push out a website to you guys on Thursday. Okay? So until then, reach me at that particular email for anything. The good news is, you know, all that hot dog water that was splashed on my good clean wall? Frauds and rip-offers and don't send things and back chargers and steel cash wrappers and all that. It seems like that mountain, I'm on the downside of that mountain. I've only had one or two people in the last couple of 3 days that I've had to finalize a refund to. If I owe you anything, will you please let me know? I'll get it to you, or I'll get you the refund. One or the other, it'll happen. We're pretty clean right now. Speaking of that, yeah, Sandy, that was a pretty bad deal. And it's funny. It's not funny. There's still sheep. There's still wolves among us, you guys. There's still wolves running around out there. You guys saw that one commercial where they have a wolf go through the hospital. It's got a sheep on it, a sheep thing on it. Every time I see that commercial, I think we still have some of those guys in our team. House cleaning. House cleaning. Last week, I know this is my fault, and it was part of the communication. We had a winner, Greenie. I always call him Greenie, but there's about 4 people here that are Greenies. We have Green Table, we have Green Gardens, we have Green EMT. We have about 3 or 5 or 7 Greenies. Greenie, you won something last week. Okay, it may not, I don't know which Greenie it was, because all I wrote down was Greenie. You won something last week. It was the 2 apple crisps, and it was the some hillbilly. You sent me your address, and then it disappeared. Okay, so would the correct greenie please stand up and be honest? I know you would be anyways. If this was your box and you were a greenie, okay, then it's not EMT greenie. Thank you for being honest. I'm not sure which greenie it was. Okay, Green Grass says it's him, and I'll send the same email. Thank you. I appreciate that. That'll go out to you today. I apologize. Greenie, I know, sent me the address, and I messed it up. New England Visuals. I don't know if you're here. New England. I say New England. I don't know that it is. It's NE Visuals. NE Visuals. Carlotta says Greenie was her last week. Oh, but a lot of you guys were green last week. NE. I've never, if you have sent your address to me, I haven't received it. Those are the only 2 boxes I have left over from last week that didn't go out. So everybody else's boxes have gone out. Okay? So that cleans up last week. Now, I want to do, we're not going to be a show about nothing but giveaways this week. We want to build relationships. We're going to be doing that with some of this co-hosting, etc. I don't think he is here either. I've been gonna run it. So I'll keep reminding, and if anybody knows who he is or where he is, they can just say, hey, Pops needs an address. Okay? I want to do this giveaway. This isn't even like this is like a pop giveaway. We were going through our inventory this weekend, and every once in a while, when I order something, I order it wrong from Amazon. And they make it super easy to return things, so that's not the problem. I just am not a very good returner. I end up, like, if I order something wrong, I end up sucking it up instead of sending it back. I wish I did. We ordered, well, let me set it up first. If you are interested in a pack of 500 000 clear, that's the big horse pill ones. I don't make those. I make those single zeros. These come in 3 sizes, right? 0, 00, and a 000. These are the Gigantos. This is a 500 pack, okay? I am going to do a small giveaway right now, but I only want you to participate in this giveaway if you'll actually use these. If you're a capsule maker, if you have stuff and you'll use it, okay? And you have stuff and you'll use these. Don't do it just to win something. There will be other things we'll do just to win. But if you're a capsule maker, I know 3 or 4 of you right here, like Sandman, Psy Research, those are the 2 that jump off the top of my head. If you're a capsule maker and you will use this size, then I want you to participate in this small giveaway. If you're not going to use them, just enjoy whoever wins, okay? So, you guys ready? Here we go. Who am I? Who am I? I'm a person that will use big caps. 000s. 000s, Laura. The Giganto Mamos. Okay? I'd rather give these to you guys than send them back. Who am I? I was a judge on American Idol. I was a judge on American Idol. I was a judge. I can't either, Carrie. I'm not into the big capsules. I'm Kelly Clarkson. I'm Paula Abdul. Those people want the I lost, and Matt are saying, yep, we will use those. Please don't answer unless you'll actually use these. Please don't answer unless you'll actually use them. Will Kreitzer would use them. Well, Will Kreitzer's all over it. I was a judge on American Idol. I was the voice of Dory in Finding Nemo. Who am I? I am not Randy Jackson. I like that people are taking the reserve to let Capsule winners get it. Katy Perry. Matt Leonard, says it's Ellen. Matt is correct. It's Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres. I came out on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I was the voice of Dory in Finding Nemo. I was a judge on American Idol. I was the number 2 highest paid TV show host in 2017. I am one of the most generous celebrities. I like that about her. I started my career as a stand-up comedian. I like comedians. Comedians like Brock see things differently. Matt Leonard, I need your address. At your convenience. Send it here, and I'll send you this pack of 500 000s. Congratulations, Matt. We have 2 more things to give away today, okay? We have 2 more things to give away, so hang in there. Can I get some more likes, please? I have 55 people showing up on my screen and 31 likes. That sounds like 24 lazy thumbs. Pops asks for that so we can grow our subscribers. Anybody want to, hey Karen, anybody want to know where we're at on our subscribers right now? 12.5K of you believe in what we're doing. I don't subscribe to very many of these. I don't know if it takes quite something to get me to, boop, I'm going to subscribe to that situation. Fish story. Fish story. It's not mine. I posted it on my IG this weekend. 12.5 of us, nerdy hags. 12.5. And every week it's like growing, boop, another 100. Here comes another 100. Yep, I like it. Hit a like button. I'm going to tell my friend. Take 15 or 20 minutes of your morning. See what happens. Might grow into an hour and 10 minutes. My fish story today is don't be a cheater. I haven't been able to go fishing for 3 weeks. 2 of them because I was sick. This weekend we just didn't have a chance. Felt good though. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. There's this group of, here in Michigan and Northern Ohio, around the Great Lakes, walleye fishing's a big deal. Walleye. I didn't know it till I got here. And now I'm a walleye fisherman personally. That's what I like to fish for and love to eat. Walleye's my thing. There's bass fishermen guys, there's walleye guys, and then there's everybody else. Walleye guys, we know who each other are. I see the same guys in the boats every weekend. We drive by them, we wave hello to each other. If your motor's out, we're going to tow you in. If you're really struggling for something, we're going to give you a little hint, tell you where to go to catch something. It is its own community. It's not thousands of us, there's 500s. And Pops is just getting into the group because Jeff is so good. Captain Jeff, and you guys saw the first mate here, Kevin. Those 2 guys. 3 years ago, they brought me along and they said, we're going to teach you how to fish. They didn't say that. They just said you could go fishing with us. And I'm like, these guys are going to teach me how to fish. They don't know it yet. They're going to teach me. I want to stay on this boat. Can I come next weekend? I never got off the boat. 3 years later. Why am I saying all of this? Because Those guys, I'm from California. We could be a little shady. I'm from Los Angeles. We could be real shady. I'm from the San Fernando Valley and I grew up a baby drug dealer. Well, I was super shady. I have shade in me. It's real easy to take a fish that's 14 and 3/4 inches long and call it 15 because 15 is the limit and take it home. Super duper easy. No one would ever know. Except Captain Jeff and Kevin would know. They won't come close to breaking the scale of a law. And they know them all too. There's a ton of them. Department of Natural Resources here. You have to know and every year something changes. Oh, the fish have to be this long this year. They have to be like this. They get involved. Before Jeff will even get on his boat and go out fishing, he knows that year's regulations, if any, have changed. It's important. It's a brotherhood. We had 2 guys going around to the tournaments. To get in a tournament here costs money. You got to put out $200, $250, something like that, depending on the size of the tournament and the purse. But you got to put money out. There's 100 boats out there trying to do what you're doing. And then you go to a weigh station and you weigh the way you usually do it is there's 2 guys on a boat. You go out fishing for the period of time of the tournament. You usually pay, you guys didn't know this because Jeff doesn't brag like Pops does. Jeff and his pastor, he went out with his pastor last year in a tournament. They came in 3rd place. Legit 3rd place. At least 50 boats going. 2 guys on each boat. You go out, you come back in. You have the amount of fish that you caught. You weigh them right in front of everybody on a big public scale. And they tell you, oh, you're now in 1st place. Oh, you're in 3rd place. They do a whole weigh-off. There's these 2 guys that have been going around to all the tournaments around here. And somehow or another, they've won 6 of them in the last year or so. Wow, they're really good fishermen, aren't they? This weekend at Lake Erie, a tournament that they were in, $45,000 purse. $45,000 purse. And I'm calling them out publicly. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. I got 12.5 followers. And whoever you jerks are that did this, come see Pops and his pole. I'll whack you with my pole, dude. $45,000 purse. They're sitting there at the thing doing the weigh off. Their fish come in a total of 10 pounds more than anybody else's. 10 pounds more than anybody else's. They're standing up there going, oh, look at us. Oh, aren't we the greatest fishermen here in Lake Erie? Oh, took all the accolades. Somebody took one of their fish, cut it open, found a pound weight inside of it. Well, there was 10 or 11 fish. They cut them all open. Every single one of the fish had weights in them. The crowd went nuts. If you watch the little video, lucky for them, nobody's around there with a noose. Nobody needs to hang, obviously, for cheating in a fishing tournament. But I think that there's going to be a lot of law thrown at them. There's going to be a lot of law thrown at them. This isn't done. Do you know that if you were in a tournament with them, all you have to do is sue them? You're going to definitely get your money back. You were in a tournament with that guy? And forget the legal parts. Can you imagine? This probably really is their passion. This probably is something really important to them. Something they really did like to do till last year when they started being cheaters. Or whenever they decided. Now they can't even fish. Can you imagine that guy showing up at a boat ramp somewhere? Those two? I know who they are. I'm incensed by it. And by the same token, it tells you how empty they must be. They're more empty than the fish that they were dropping weights into. And you know what Captain Jeff said? He's so smart. Captain Jeff just goes, they must not have very much confidence in their ability to fish. And he leaves it at that. So I'll say it. Dudes, you must not be very confident in your ability to fish. Fish story's over for today. Don't be a cheater. I know, nerdy. Isn't that a mic drop? He's not even caring about the money. It was like, how broken are you? I think it's almost time to call Carrie on. I think I'm going to give Carrie on a call. I'll be right back. Let me grab that phone. It's stealing money like robbing a bank. And you know what? The truth is, all your sins will come to light. Eventually. They just do. You think you're getting away with stuff? Your soul's not. Your integrity's not. Your impeccability is definitely not. And I can't imagine. I personally, here's where I go. I love fishing so much. I can't imagine that I blew it so bad. I was so empty that I can't even go fishing and I can't show up at a fishing. I can't walk into a tackle store and buy tackle. Are you kidding me? They got my pictures on the wall. Can you imagine? You just lost your passion. That'd be like telling me I can't grow mushrooms anymore. Don't try saying that to Pops. Carry on, I'm getting ready to call you right now. B. As soon as this one thing posts, I can give Carrie on a call. Everyone's going to know him, man. And of course they know themselves, but everybody's going to know him now. So sad. They didn't need to do that, man. Okay, I'm calling Carrion. Fishing relocation, what'd that say? Kimberly says, give him a fishing relocation program. Yeah, pretty much. Got to go into witness relocation. Huh. Are you there, my friend? There's Carry On. There he is, you guys. What a handsome looking guy. You guys don't want to see him. Nobody wants to see what Carry On looks like. Maybe 10 of you would say, hey, Pops, I'd like to see what Carry On looks like. He's handsome and he's drinking tea or coffee. Oh, coffee. There we go. I just turned on my speaker. Sorry about that. Okay, wait, I'm teasing him with you. Hold on one second, Carry On. Losty says he does want to see what you look like. You do? Who wants to see? You guys, he's pretty handsome. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Yep, here he comes. Put Carry On. Okay? All right, let's see. Here we go, bro. You look great there. Thank you for volunteering. And like I said, there's a little co-host gift going to come out to you afterwards. So make sure. Okay, there's Mr. Carey. Oh, let me get a glare off of this. There he is. Boom. And I'll try to stand behind it. You guys see our buddy Carry On? Boop. Look at that handsome guy right there. We're spelling it.
Hi, everybody.
What is that? Give me that accent again.
Simpsons guy. Hi, everybody.
So talk to me. Good morning. You know,
Thanks for having me on.
very quickly, one note on you guys. He did a great job on Friday. We communicated. He said these are a couple of things I might talk about, Pops, and I like this music. Bjork was the music that he liked. You know what I did, Carry On? I went in and I tried to get some Bjorks to play, and they don't let you play her video. They're like, this video no longer available. This, like, she's copyrighted up or something.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to mention that is because she has a new album, and a lot of it deals with fungus-related themes. She has a track called Mycelium, I believe.
Are you kidding?
And, I happened to find out on NPR, of all places, which has had a mushroom story here every now and then lately. There was another one about moms microdosing. So there's some positive news out there with that stuff. But yeah, Bjork's new album is fungus related.
How cool. Thanks for telling us that. This is my sister texting me. I have a sister in Spain, my brother, my oldest brother, and my baby sister are over in Spain, Madrid, taking bike rides everywhere in Madrid. I'm a little jealous, but I wouldn't be bike riding with them. So talk to us.
I've got some family in Portugal right now. So
are they traveling or do they stay there?
Yeah, they're visiting, just a vacation thing.
How interesting. We both have European travelers in the fam.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about if you've ever done any outdoor grows, any outdoor beds. I know you're kind of in a bad spot as far as the map goes for that, but a lot of us, if we're in that particular band, whether it's a cubensis or a Zerison, outdoor beds are something that I think more people need to be actively pursuing. That's kind of where I put all my eggs. And we'll find out if I have any fruits in about a year. And if I did it right, then I just have a patch I come back to on a regular basis, and I don't have to have anything inside.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. It limits your liability, etc. Yes, the answer is yes. I've only once, and it was early last year, right? We had a long winter, and I created at the back of the grow house, which is a separate place from here, and very, very private. Nobody knows of it, well, except everybody, but where it is, I should say. And what happens is with the volume that we're running, when I'm done with a cake, I don't know necessarily what to do with it. So we end up a lot of literally on the trash days, there's 3 or 4 hefty bags out there with substrate in it, used up substrate that we ask the trash man to take away without knowing what's in them. So it's we try to stay stealthy about that. But having said that, last year, early in the year, if a cake wasn't green, wasn't showing any signs of contamination at that point, I was taking them out and I created a big bed, a big raised bed, probably 4 to 5 inches thick, probably a 4-foot by 8-foot plot in the back of this house at the yard. And I would take and every once in a while, the cakes themselves still had some life in them, believe it or not. They still had room to colonize in a different environment. And it was all PE. I was running PE 100%. I didn't mix the kind of substrates that I put in. Do you know what I mean? If it was from a different strain, I only mounded up with the PEs. So then after I created this mound, every once in a while I would add to it, but then I got a bale of straw and I took a straw and covered the top of it in a thin layer of straw. Okay. And so, did it fruit? Yes. It
Nice.
fruited only in sparse little corners or little spots inside this lot. And it lasted for I got about 2 months of harvest out of it and some of the strongest PEs I'd ever seen.
That's
Just
cool.
massive and strong. And then summer hit and it started getting way too hot. And there's a very small period of time here in Michigan that we can try something like that outdoors. Long answer, sorry about that.
Well, that's cool, but I definitely think a lot of folks that are watching around here need to look into that. And
Are you growing on logs? Yeah, what a great book that is.
eventually I will. But my interest at the moment is in the native strain from Tennessee, which is a cube
Okay.
called Oak Ridge. And like I said, I've more or less like on all the eggs in the basket. It's Mother Nature at this point. Talk about liability, like especially, I'm sitting here talking about things. I got to be a little careful, but like that's one reason I wanted to go that route for me personally. I got family, little kids, stuff like that, and my risk litigation or whatever.
It's yeah, we definitely need to respect that. Even though, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm just going to ask: have you heard of, and I'm not saying this to put anybody on the defensive. I'm actually asking for information. Have you heard of any local prosecution of any kind of things to do with mushrooms?
No, it seems pretty low key here where we are. The state we're in a related thing is you can have 4 cannabis plants, so it's starting to be a little laid back, and with that. But I haven't heard anything. I'm a hermit. I just stick to myself.
A lot of us are. That's why I'm so grateful that you came on. Everyone else doesn't want to do this. So
it happened to work out. I worked from home, so I was able to do a little. I'm multitasking, so forgive me if I like zone in. I have to do an email or something, but because I'm technically on the clock. But yeah, I haven't heard much. The laws are real restricted, or real bad here as far as mushrooms go, just like most places. But Virginia, you can have spores, so getting the spores isn't a problem.
Right.
It's just
for research purposes.
For microscopy only.
Yeah.
And so but I feel like it's going to relax a little bit. Maybe not anytime soon. But I was so super surprised. I never thought Virginia, of all places, would be one of the places that would decriminalize marijuana and allow 4 plants. I currently have 4 plants growing, and I don't even smoke. Might be a rare bird among the group here, but I'm not really a big cannabis user, even though I'm sporting a cannabis.
Okay.
I'm just not a big smoker. I'm just growing it because I can, and I have it in the middle of my living room, basically, like set up, and it's pretty bizarre to me, having grown up with it, like illegal, and then I've got a 3-year-old running around my plants, and I don't care if the cops come to the door, because I'm within the law. It's just mind blowing that you can do that now.
It is mind blowing where we've come to. What happened, in my opinion, is it's not just my opinion; it's pretty clear. Is marijuana and the legalization across each and every state as it's developing. It's setting the ground floor for the ethnogenic plant legalizations that are coming right behind it, and we're sitting here in I'm extremely lucky because I didn't know when I was, like I said, 3.5 years ago, I was in California. California is very restrictive. California, you're not even allowed to have certain things shipped into that state. It's one of like 3 states.
They're one of the tricky ones.
It's really crazy, but they're completely legal on the, marijuana side.
On the cannabis side.
On the cannabis side. So they haven't really got that part together yet. When I moved here, little did I know, A, that I was moving into such a mushroom friendly state. I mean, like I said before here on the show, I don't know a local that hasn't at some point in their life tried mushrooms here, and it's nowhere near like the access here is completely different. And the
Yeah, that
attitude,
surprises me. I never would have thought
I would have
Michigan
never
was
thought
such
it
a
for
big one.
Michigan.
Yeah.
I think of Michigan as like, hunters and, you know, uh, right wing and possible militia and all of it. Not so fast, And so at the end of the day, we're sitting here at our state legislature right now that's pushing legislation through for legalizing ethnogenic plants at this point for therapeutic purposes. People ask me, how afraid am I? Well, they're not looking for a poster boy of anti-mushrooms. They're not looking for somebody that they can use as a Tommy Chong for
You got
purposes of
busted for pipes.
legalizing or busting. They're not. The legislation right now, because most of the people here in Michigan are in approval of it. The legislation's moving forward. My guess is, and it's a pretty educated guess, we're 2 years, year and a half on a legislative calendar from having the therapeutic use legal, and then that's one step away from recreational use. So if
Yeah, I
one
don't know where we
state's,
are Virginia-wise.
it,
The pendulum swings both ways. We're just new into the decriminalizing pot
but
aspect, and there's a little bit of a pushback on it. And like the pendulum swings. I don't know how it would go down if, say, we're on the ballot to decriminalize mushrooms right now. I, of
yeah,
course, would vote for it. I think it would be possible to get through right now, but things are wacky.
but just look at the way the media is covering everything now too. Look at the
Yeah,
way,
like I said, NPR has been doing things on microdosing moms.
yeah,
Instead of drinking or two bottles of wine a night, folks are doing a 1 day on, 1 day off
there's
microdose,
there's
and they're
been,
finding that they're better able to
I
cope
can
with the
sit
stress.
I can sit in my little chair and just see there's been, in the last 5 years, I watched 3 years really, there's a complete culture shift towards approval of mushrooms. We've even stopped calling them magic mushrooms. Magic
Yeah,
mushrooms was the label that was put on them in the late 60s, early 70s. Thank you, Nancy Reagan, and all of that junk, because they were trying to scare kids to not take them. So, and it's a trip, and you're going to see pink buffaloes. And it's like, you know what? They took 50 years of research away from us when they did that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the research I mean, it's been going on. I have some personal inside information that can't share. This research has been going on very, very strong for the last 15 years. And, who's super, super duper strong in the research end, but they haven't convinced their constituency as much. The Canadians.
I didn't know that.
There's some 2 or 3 Canadian companies that are literally pushing the edge of research. They look for guys like me that are farmers. I call myself a farmer to them, and our job is to supply them with quality stuff so they can continue research. Pops, where does all your stuff go? We're not looking to make money. We're looking to help you guys get it legalized. Research it.
I agree with you there.
But if I'm in that
Totally.
vein too, since I'm in that category, I'm also first in line for research licenses and other licenses that are going to come down the line to the people that are
That's gonna be
first in
really
line
cool.
here.
Yeah, I've got some family in the Denver area, and it's pretty open there. And in the back of my head, there is some interest in possibly getting into a legal commercial deal. We have another person in my family is kind of interested in doing a cannabis operation, and it's a little late to that wagon. So I've been kind of prepping her, being like, hey, you know what? I know how to do this, and if you're looking to go that route, these are going to be that's the next step.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're taking a great step, honestly. I'm actually, as I'm listening to you, I'm also thinking to myself, I imagine, okay, a couple of years ago, you weren't growing 4 plants.
No, just because I don't smoke, and
Yeah.
it wasn't worth it to me.
But
the
look how much
novelty.
you've learned. I remember when I grew my first weed grow. I think I started out with,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I started
yeah.
out,
This is my first one. Yeah.
it is fascinating, is it not?
Oh, it is, and my mushroom knowledge has helped me. So with the mycorrhizal fungus, I have a single species. I forget which one it is, but
But the relationship.
my roots are very healthy.
Uh-huh. I remember, because I had grown mushrooms before I ever grew weed. I grew mushrooms when I was young, and then we stopped doing it for a long time. And then about 10 years ago, a funny story. So I owned an apartment building in the Santa Monica area of California. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be really smart this year. I had a single, what they call a studio apartment, right? I had this studio apartment. It had all the plumbing, sink, kitchenette area, all that. I said, I'm going to turn this into a grow room. And I built a temporary wall down the center of the studio. So one side would be for vegging, and the other side would be for flowering. Set up different systems in each of the 2 rooms in a little studio apartment, right?
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to become, and I'll tell you one of the reasons. One of the guys that rented one of the apartments from me owned the dispensary that just started up down at the corner. It was one of the first dispensaries in the whole LA area, right? And this guy was super rich, super rich. He only rented the apartment because it was down the street from his dispensary, if he felt like taking a break and he wanted to go somewhere and just chill for a little bit. But he didn't even live there. It was just like his break apartment, right? So I was watching this guy going, this guy's making millions of dollars being a dispensary owner guy. And I know him. I'm on the inside with him. He likes me. I like him. We really got along. I'm going to start growing a crop and he'll sell it at his store. So we did that. I ended up growing a couple of crops,
Must have been
and
doing some good plants then.
they were good plants, right? And then we would dry them up, give them to him, and it was like a co-op. They sell them, and then every Thursday evening you go in to pick up your share of whatever they sold of yours. I mean, he'd have 10 or
That's
12
cool.
or 15 different growers in there. So it was now up to you to get your stuff up to where customers were coming in asking for, I'd like that stuff right there. And then he was able to calculate it. You'd get a paycheck from him every Thursday in the evening for whatever they sold of your stuff that week. That's the way it started
That's
out.
pretty cool.
So I do the math,
Do you
Terry,
have
on.
any insight as to these guys? These commercial like inoculants that are like granulated. So I was curious if, with your knowledge of various procedures and whatnot. So you buy this, and it's an inoculant of a particular fungus for, say, my wheat plant.
Right.
I've really been wrapping my head as to how this stuff is made, because it makes me wonder if another fun mushroom can be done in a similar way or not.
That's a great.
It's like a granulated inoculant. Just curious if you have any insight.
No, I really don't. I'm actually, you just lit up my curiosity button, because guaranteed. I mean, me personally, my 100% of my experience in with shrooms is in the cubensis. 100%. I don't even do the azuricans. I've never. That's not true. I've done a little bit of enigma.
They're difficult.
But yeah, I've been very focused on nothing but cubensis for obvious reasons, and more it's for the medical point of it. But that, who knows? I really don't know what mushroom strains they're using to create those. I really don't know.
This one is a single one. I can't remember. That's the difference between some of them, like these. like your Dr. Earth did have like 5 different fungal species and 5 different bacterias. This one is just a single strain. Um, but yeah, I'd really like to figure out how they're able to, manufacture, package, ship out, and then you have a viable uh, inoculant. Hold on, I got time going on.
Sure.
But one thing with learning about liquid cultures and stuff like that, because I was inoculating soil and I wasn't in, a closed container, I wasn't so worried about the occasional contamination. So I did just an open air liquid culture with malt extract, a little gypsum, some light corn syrup, and I've been able to get 10 times the use out of this thing, minimal, exponential more use. So I just let that brew up for a few days and stir it up every now and then, and you see it starts to oxygenate, and so it's alive in there, and that's what I water the plants with now.
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart. As a matter of fact, we've gotten to where even our boiled water, if I boil oats, there's a lot of tannins and all of that in that.
Yep.
I'll take that, let it cool completely, and pour it on my plants outside.
Yeah.
Those plants do better than the plants that I haven't
Absolutely.
poured that on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Your cooking water is definitely something. It's like a very, very light fertilizer. It won't burn them up, and it will keep them happy.
Yeah.
That's
See, Savage is saying
like
here. Let me include just a few people. I don't know if you're seeing the comments, but I'm going to run a couple of comments by you. Kim's loving what we're talking about. RX is saying, heck yeah, carry on. Savage is saying, I use my grain water for agar. Jesus Christ is doing, what do you think Jesus Christ is doing in Australia? He's coughing because he just had a bong load. Okay. These guys can be, these guys are great. Real quick, back to that final part of that story of my being involved in a grow. So after about 6 months, I do the math. I would have made more money if I'd have just rented the apartment than I would have. You have to, if you're going to get into cropping and growing, you got to grow at bigger numbers. Other than that, it's personal use, baby.
At this point, yeah, since I'm not a big smoker, it's more of just I want to do it right. I want to take some pictures of some sweet-ass buds. But eventually, because we're limited to 4 plants, it's more, this particular one is about keeping them alive long enough so that I can take clones, these are clones already, but keeping enough so I don't have to have mother plants, so I don't have to buy seeds. And then in the springtime, I'm going to do fucking trees, man. They're gonna be huge, like giant ones. Scrog them down, do all that like early training where you pull all the leaves out and just keep getting it bushier and bushier.
Yeah.
And
so
that's the game plan.
I have Kat here. Kat is in Virginia, and she's asking, and maybe you'll just write to her later if you're more comfortable. What general region of Virginia are you in? I'm near RVA.
That's where I am.
Really?
RVA, baby.
Look at that. See? So you guys can have your own little mush fest right there. Or at least go hang out once or twice.
Yeah, who is that? Is near
That's
the
Kat.
capital?
Kat, K-A-T. Okay, right. I think that's Caitlin. Is that Caitlin? Does that turn out to be Caitlin? This has been, he's going, heck yeah, my dude. This has been outstanding, Karen. Time flew by here. I can't even tell you how grateful I am. It's Kathleen. Her name is Kathleen. Okay. Time has flown by here. I should have involved people more on some questions. But we're still learning. No. We're still learning how to do this. We're still learning. I'm excited that you gave me the opportunity to meet you. I mean that sincerely. And I wasn't joking when I tell you you're handsome. Walk around going, man, I'm pretty handsome. So, and it's your spirit too. I'm not joking. You just, what a sweet, nice man you are.
Thank you. I was really happy to be on here. I'm not very shy, obviously, and it just to have you to myself, sort of, to be able to go back and forth is pretty cool.
We got a
You're an
bunch of
interesting
people
fella.
overjoyed saying he's a cutie pie and intelligent. I lost is saying he's a keeper, and we got all
I
kinds
forgot to
of
talk about this guy.
yeah, we got all kinds of great stuff. Well, yeah, we didn't get to Terrence and Alan.
It's actually John Cage. So, a little homework for anybody interested in a very important artist, intellectual, who happened to start the New York Mycological Society by the name of John Cage. Very
John
interesting
Cage.
fellow.
I just literally wrote it down. You just challenged me to learn something. I'm not aware of him. So thank you for that too. Listen, I'm gonna run because I want to give two things away to everybody. But I need you to, when you get a chance sometime today, send me your address so this green room present can get out to you. Okay?
Sounds great. Appreciate it, Pops.
I appreciate you. I love you, and I thank you for being here today.
Back at you, brother.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Well, can you guys give him some thumbs up, please? Can we give Carrion some thumbs up out there? What are we thinking? That is pretty cool. We're kind of pulling it off. It's a little... We're still using rocks and chisels and stuff like that, right? We're still using the old rock and chisel, but we're getting it done. We're getting some information, highway action, community growth. What a nice man. Who's next? Who's up Wednesday? Who's up Wednesday? Who's up Wednesday? It's pretty easy. Who is up Wednesday? I need a volunteer. Who's my volunteer for Wednesday? I'm looking at my screen. I haven't seen anybody say, Pops, I'm Wednesday. I'm a volunteer. Who's up? I'm waiting for a volunteer for Wednesday. No pressure, no peer pressure or anything. Who's up? We still haven't said anybody yet. I'm gonna just sit here and wait. Coco Loco says he's up. Coco Loco, perfect. Coco, Matt Leonard, you're gonna come up pretty soon. It sounds like Corey too, but Coco Loco just jumped in front of us. Coco Loco will be a good one. Great name. Matt Leonard and Corey are on the sidelines. They're looking for maybe Friday. You're looking at maybe Friday. Coco Loco. Email, no, IG, send me an IG message. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. We're going to have fun Wednesday. You're going to send me your, please, contact me at my IG, fungi2u.2. Just send me a little note. I'll know who you are, and we'll talk tomorrow night before, I will text back and forth tomorrow night before Wednesday morning. Thank you, Coco. Giveaway, sugarcane growing countries. Top 10. I picked one off of the list. These countries grow sugarcane like crazy. Pick one. Which one did I pick? Cuba. No. Africa. No. Brazil. No. China. I'm reading them as I see them on my screen. USA is not even on the list, Kim. Philippines, no. Brazil, no. India, no. Costa Rica, Argentina, Brazil, Italy, Colombia, Oz, Argentina, US, Jamaica, Thailand, Costa Rica, Mexico, India, Japan. I haven't seen the one I picked yet. India, America. The one I picked is 8th off of this list. Bangladesh, Indonesia, Costa Rica, Portugal, Mexico, Bangladesh, Colombia, Indonesia, Mexico, France, Mexico, Burma, Puerto Rico, Peru, Mexico. I didn't pick any of those. Antarctica is definitely not growing sugarcane. Germany, Canada, Cuba. I'm going to give you guys a hint. I I just took a long load. Philippines, Africa, Russia, Pakistan, Russia, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Canada, Vietnam, Caribbean, Brazil, Thailand, Mexico, Afghanistan, Uruguay, Panda Bear, China, India, Keyrin. I'm glad Keyrin won. Keyrin, Australia. Kill it. Australia. Jesus Christ in Australia. Okay. Keyrin got it. Kill it. We're going to do one more. But we're going to give this to Keyrin. We're going to send this to Keyrin. We're going to send her a Pops 10 pack. Okay. And we're going to send her a cap. A big, beautiful cap. The list was Brazil number 1, India 2, China 3, Cuba 4, Cuba 4, Thailand 5, Mexico 6, Pakistan 7, Australia 8, Colombia 9, and Philippines. So, Keyrin, if you can please send me your address here, I'll get that sent out to you, doll. I might throw a little something in there for the kids. I love her kids. They think I'm her uncle. No, they don't. Don't be surprised if there's a little something in there for the kids. Keyring. Okay? So I've been running it. You might be kind of new here, and you say tons of people said Australia before. Probably. But I'm going by what's on my screen. There's a lot of lag time. There's a lot of problems, overall. I literally read them as they see them on my screen here. That's all I can do. And the one that I saw first was Keyrin saying Australia. And I'm sorry for anyone else that said it before her that I didn't see it. I apologize to you. But I have to go by what's on my screen. Okay? Top 10. Let's do a potato growing country. So that's an explanation to the new people that I could see where you'd say, hey, I said it, and I just don't see it as quick as you said it. Okay? Potato growing countries. I picked one off of this list. Okay? Thank you, Hags. I tried my best. I'm not going to cheat anybody here. Okay? Russia, Poland, Ireland, Ireland. It's the lag. Good job. Ukraine, Russia. This is potato growing countries. Come on, you potato growers. Where do you live? Ireland. Bangladesh. I live in Ireland. Ireland. You know what? Ireland's not even on the top 10 list, you guys. India, Bangladesh, England. I almost picked England, overjoyed. I didn't know it was on the list. Finland. It might be the neighbor of the one I picked. Germany, Mexico, Canada, Poland, Peru, USA, Holland, Scotland, Ukraine, Iraq, Ireland, Germany, Ukraine, Poland, Suwane, India, Bangladesh, Germany, China, Afghanistan. I'm reading them as I see them on my list here, on my screen. India, China, Ukraine, China, US, New Zealand, France, Kazakhstan. Village Bobcat just got it. Village Bobcat just shut you guys down. Netherlands. Who's growing potatoes in the Netherlands? Netherlands. Village Bobcat. Congratulations. Top 10 potato growing countries. Russia. China. Poland, number 3. You guys, a lot of you said Poland, smarty pantsers. Ukraine, number 4. US, number 5. India, 6. Germany, 7. Belarus, 8. UK, 9. And number 10, Netherlands and Village Bobcat. Village. You're going all the way to the top of the village. Got a Pops 10 pack. And you got yourself a heck of a nice cap. Okay? We're going to get this out to you, Village, when you send your address here. There's going to be more winners this week. We're going to give more stuff away. Thank you guys, everybody, for playing. I have a lot of fun when we do this. I truly do. And I have more fun making the boxes and just thinking how fun it's going to be for you guys to get them at your house. So, Village, give me a chance to have a lot of fun by mailing this to you. What a good day. What a good day. You guys don't have to go if you don't want to. The show's over. Tea's over. You guys can go if you want to. But I'm going to read something. I'm going to read something to just close it out for me and for us today. Okay? Don't feel like you have to stay because we're already been here an hour and 20 minutes. Is that right? No, hour and 10 minutes. Hour and 11 minutes. If I had influence with the good fairy who is supposed to preside over the christening of kids, I should ask that her gift to each child in the world be a sense of wonder so indestructible that it would last throughout life. As an unfailing antidote against the boredom and disenchantment of later years, the sterile preoccupation with that which is artificial, and the alienation from the sources of our strength. That's written by Rachel Carson in the book, The Sense of Wonder. I'm going to read 3 or 4 paragraphs and move on today. Both awe and wonder are often experienced in response to nature, art, music, spiritual experiences, or ideas. Awe and wonder. Those are the 2 things we're talking about. Even seeing things we may fail to notice on a regular basis, like a starry sky or a butterfly in the garden, can stop us in our tracks occasionally. Both awe-inspiring events and the experience that leaves us filled with wonder often make us feel small compared to our expansive universe. Small, but connected to each other and to the largeness itself. We often use awe and wonder interchangeably, which makes sense because, as you can see, the experiences share a lot in common. There's a primary difference between our experiences of these incredible emotions that's worth understanding. I love how researchers Ulrich Weger and Johannes Wagaman explain it. They write, "Wonder inspires the wish to understand. Awe inspires the wish to let shine, to acknowledge and to unite. When feeling awe, we tend to simply stand back and observe, to provide a stage for the phenomenon to shine. Awe and wonder are essential to the human experience. Wonder fuels our passion for exploration and for learning and for curiosity and for adventure. Researchers have found that awe leads people to cooperate, share resources, and sacrifice for others. And it causes them to fully appreciate the value of others and see themselves more accurately, evoking humility. That's what awe does. Awe makes me see myself more accurately. In the light of awe, I'm humbled. And we don't need to stand on a cliff and see the northern lights to feel awe or wonder, although that's on my bucket list. Sometimes I feel like my dog, Lucy, is staring into my soul, and I feel a huge sense of wonder. How did I end up with an actual Ewok living in my house? How did this happen? It's unreal. I get that way with Ruff. How did I end up with this wonderful little creature living in my house? This virtually perfect being. He lives in my house with me. That's a moment of, how did that happen? How did I get him? I could have had so many of the other ones. I got Ralph. That's wonder. Awe is experiencing him. And you know what's funny? We're only talking about a dog right now. There's awe and wonder in everything. As a parent, simple moments with my children have rendered me speechless with awe. That's a true story. I've seen Brock do some stuff that have left me speechless. It's like, how did he do that? Where did that come from? How humbling. I thought this was change as I got older. But even with the 16-year-old and a 22-year-old, the author says, awe still takes my breath away on a regular basis. I was reading about awe and wonder this morning. I need more. I need to experience more awe and wonder. Take time. Look in that tub. Are you kidding me? We can do this in our own homes. And then we get to take this stuff that's helping me grow, and I can give it to people and watch them become different. How did I get so lucky, I wonder? I mean it. I'm awestruck by the power of what we do. All of us. And I've had a beautiful morning. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Same mush time, same mush channel. We're gonna have fun. We'll goof around, we'll have a good time, and we'll learn a lot of stuff together. Right, Bubby? Bubblegum, the awestruck farmer. You guys go have a beautiful day. Peace. Be filled with awe and wonder. Hags, have a great day. Ms. Red Badger and Coco Loco. Okay, Coco Loco, do me a favor. Just send me a note here. Just send me a note here, bro, and we'll get things going. Okay? Thank you. I'm gonna leave it up there, right there for you for a second. Okay? I lost you. And Carry On, thank you so much for being here, Carry On. You really made our day here today. I appreciate you very much. Shasta and Gypsy Life and Savage and Daniel and Overjoyed and Carry On and I Lost and Jackie Cat and Ladrand and Whiskey, you have a great day. I love you. And Slingy and RX and Sandy, Mandy and Corey and Matt Leonard, thank you, Maddie. I lost you. And Taddy, thank you. And Kat, as in Kathleen. Overjoyed, Spoonie, and Carrie, and RX, and Vegas, love you. Village Bobcat, thank you for being here. Carlotta, love you very much. Carrie, and Joe Dubes, and I've been running it. And Greenie, and Joel, thank you, Greenie, I got that address. Liquid, and MDK, the Dennis the Menace. And I Lost, he thinks Carry On did a great job. So do I. Thank you, Coco. We'll hook up. Matt Leonard and Kat and Sid Hunter and Jackie Cat and Silly Gal and Ms. Red Badger and Laura, have a divine day, and Rob and Kate and Ms. Red and Spoonie and Overjoyed and Matt Leonard. I've caught up there on the screen. I'm gonna let you guys go enjoy your day. International Kindness Association members know one thing: to be kind. Pops out.